Speed Rockets is the Gerstlauer bobsled Jardin d'Acclimatation. As of this recording, this is the signature coaster at this Paris theme park. While that may change once the park opens the new Gerstlauer family coaster in 2024, that won't take anything away from Speed Rockets. This ride is a perfect fit for this park, and I'll explain why in this review. Jardin d'Acclimatation is old. The park opened back in 1860, but it has changed quite a bit over the years. Going into the 2018 season, the park received a €60 million steampunk rebrand. This included new theming and a whopping 17 new rides. The most notable is easily Speed Rockets. This is a Gerstlauer bobsled. This is a modern take on a Wild Mouse coaster. While the ride is capable of performing hairpin turns that Wild Mouse coasters are known for, these bobsleds have far more dynamic layouts with banked turns and drops. These coasters have found their way to several European theme parks, big and small, and they're very popular with families. While Speed Rockets is the park's tallest coaster, you cannot really see it until you're right on top of it. But when you get there, the presentation is nice. It has all black track, allowing the adjacent trees and cars to pop. And those cars look fantastic. The red and silver vehicles are designed to look like automobiles with all sorts of booster engines strapped onto them. Even though it's a different model, the cars look very similar to those on Tripsdrill's Carajo. I also like how the pathways go all around Speed Rockets. This includes the queue line. While there was plenty of space to hold a lengthy wait, during my one visit, I never had to wait more than 5 minutes, and I visited in the summer months no less. I've never heard of this park getting super busy though. That's a good thing because capacity can be an issue with this model at larger parks. You have single cars. They hold a max of 4 riders each in 2 rows of 2. The park owns 5 cars, and they had 3 on the course the day I visited, which was more than suitable for the crowds, and the crew kept them moving at a steady rate. You can either ride using an all-day wristband, or you can pay per ride. Speed Rockets will cost you 2 tickets or €9 per ride. When you reach the station, you are free to choose any row you'd like. Seat doesn't really matter tremendously in this ride. The back has a little extra airtime in the first drop. Meanwhile, the front gets that unobstructed view and a little extra legroom. The latter may be important if you're on the taller side because all bags ride at your feet, much like a Disney coaster. Once seated, riders are restrained by a U-shaped lap bar. It's fine. It's the same restraint found on other Gerstlauer bobsleds. Once dispatched, you round a corner and ascend a 36-foot or 11-meter tall chain lift. You get a nice view of the ride's layout, and at the top, you can see some of Paris's larger buildings in the distance. You start off with this funky double down. The initial hump is small, and they have a much larger drop. The second one can give a smidge of airtime if you're in the rear row. Next comes a bank turnaround. The element itself is not too crazy, but the valleys do pull some OKGs. You then twist upwards into a mid-course brake run. The turn really tightens at the top, so you get some weak laterals into the brakes. You don't slow down much at all here. Then you have a bank drop to the right. This is followed by back-to-back speed hills. The first is off-axis, and it delivers a little pop of airtime for all. The second is an elongated S-hill. No airtime, but you have a wicked head chopper with a track above you. This is immediately followed by a 270-degree upward spiral. It's not too forceful though. You then hit lift 2. This one is powered by booster tires. At the top, you have the only hairpin turns of the ride, but they're too slow to offer the usual laterals. Then comes a swooping drop to the left. This rebuilds your speed in short order. You then have a bank turnaround right that feels similar to the first one. Next comes another 270-degree spiral upwards. This one has some Gs, and it brings you into another mid-course brake run. You again barely slow down and head into the ride's finale. You have a gentle drop right, followed by a downwards helix. I like how it comes close to the trees, but it doesn't have any real power to it. You then hit the final brakes and return to the station, ending the 1,312-foot or 400-meter long coaster. Despite that modest length figure, Speed Rockets has a satisfactory duration. Gerstlauer bobsleds are often extremely smooth, and Speed Rockets is no different. As for pacing, Speed Rockets is better than your standard Wild Mouse, as it carries its speed much better into the elements. but those elements didn't pop as much as other bobsleds. Others have better airtime, and this one had barely any laterals. So what would I rate Speed Rockets? I would give this coaster a 5 out of 10. It's a fine ride. A lot of the elements are on the tamer side, but I do like a few of them like the initial Double Down and the Speed Hills. While I do prefer the wilder Gerstlauer bobsleds, this ride's unique layout makes it better than your standard Wild Mouse, and this is a nice fit for this family-oriented park. It can be enjoyed by guests of all ages. So those are my thoughts on Speed Rockets at Jardin d'Acclimatation. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.